Aloha, my friends. I am here to talk about my hair journey. So that is why this video is titled Hair Journey. This is going to be sort of a little bit of an informational video that I'm going to give you about what I've learned about hair and how I take care of mine. And I am open to any questions you might have, which is why I'm doing this live, so that if you have questions, the answers can be shared with other people who may have the same questions you have. So first of all, many of you know my hair is super long. It's just about to my knees, and I'll show you. I get asked all the time, is your hair real? Is it yours? Is it a weave? Do you have attachments in? Can I touch it? Can I play with it? People will pull it to see if I'm telling the truth, if this is actually my hair. And it is. And I sit on it. Yes, I sit on it all the time. I tie it into my shoes all the time. I step on it. When I go to tie my shoe, I'll accidentally step on my hair and try to get up. That's probably the most painful thing that happens pretty often. My hair will go into the laundry machine. My hair falls out all over the place. So it's a lot to deal with and to take care of. And that's why I call it a journey. It's a hair journey. So I've been asked over the years, what products do you use? How do you get your hair so long? There are so many factors that go into why your hair is as long as it is. First of all, I'm a hairy girl. Okay, you could see my arms. I don't tweeze my eyebrows or pluck any of the hair. So if you look closely, I actually have hair right here and I just don't care. Lots of hair, don't care. I actually get complimented on my eyebrows all the time, and people ask, what do you do? And I just say, I leave it alone. I just let it be. And same thing with my hair. I actually don't get trims. I get hairdressers who ask, how did you grow your hair so long? You must trim it all the time. And I say, actually, no, I never do. Once in a blue, I may take off a little bit, which you can't really even call a trim, because I mean, it's like maybe this much. Okay, maybe like this much. And you're probably asking, why even do that? And I can't really give you a logical explanation other than the fact that every now and then my intuition says, grab the scissors and trim. So I listen. And that's the thing, the more of an intuitive person you are, the more intuitively you will connect with your hair and the rituals around taking care of it. So anyways, other than that little bit every now and again, I don't even trim it. I made some notes here to talk about some points that you guys have brought up or have asked me about. The first thing I want to talk about is culture with hair. Different cultures have different beliefs and practices and rituals around hair. Growing it, cutting it, shaving it, styling it, braiding it, beating it, all the things. And so all around the world, there are all these different beliefs and practices, and I've been learning about them over the years. And some interesting ones that I've learned about are, well, in the Jewish practice growing up, there's something called sitting Shiva. It's a respectful thing you do when somebody passes away. And so you're not supposed to cut your hair, you're not supposed to shave your beard, you're just supposed to let things grow. And that is out of respect. So that's something interesting about hair. Another culture I learned about, I can't recall which culture, but I remember there were actually a few cultures that looked at hair this way. If women had short hair or if women cut their hair, it was a shameful thing. They were actually ridiculed. And so it was an act of punishment. So that's a very interesting practice, right? And that was in a few cultures I'd studied about. And you don't usually see that in America, because here we embrace freedom of expression, and freedom all around to be who you are, to do what you do, to be your authentic self. And so you see different hair colors, different styles, but there are cultures who are very intentional about their hair and have these strict rules, right? So I found that really fascinating. And then there are stories, if you Google, spirituality of hair or metaphysical understanding of hair, you'll find stories about men who were used in military operations, for psychic operations, for them to grow their hair and sort of use their hair as an antenna to detect certain information or pick up on certain information. And it worked. And there were studies and research done that is recorded and available for you to see that talks about this. And then what they did was they shaved the hair after growing it for these special operations, and they saw the contrast of how the gifts or psychic abilities would be compromised once the hair was gone. So super interesting, right? I've been learning about these things over the years on my hair journey. And I think my favorite thing I learned, not culturally speaking, but sort of scientifically speaking, in regard to health and nutrition, if your hair is not growing, if it just stops growing at a certain point, you want to ask yourself, is there a deficiency in my body? Do I have a vitamin deficiency? Are there minerals that I'm missing? Is there something my body's needing? Because what happens is those minerals and vitamins will go to other parts of your being, of your body, because that's where it's needed. And so it won't go to your hair because your hair is not a priority. But I do believe that, and this is not for everybody, there are different variables and different conditions, so I'm not speaking for everybody, but I believe the general population has the ability to grow, not necessarily long, but at least healthy hair when they have a healthy body and a healthy being, right? So, and not even just physically speaking, but physically as well. Like if you have a vitamin deficiency, the vitamins are gonna go to where they're needed. So they're not gonna help grow your hair. But also then let's look at the other dimensions of being. Let's look at our mental being. Let's look at our emotional being. Those things, when there are issues or imbalances in our mentality or in our emotionality, then that reflects in all dimensions, because as in one, so in all. So if there is an imbalance, it's going to reflect physically, and oftentimes that's reflected in our hair. Because our hair is like this final extension, almost like a tail. And so it's not the priority. So if you want to have healthy hair, that's the last thing that's going to take in those vitamins and nutrients. So you better make sure that everything else is covered first. Don't worry so much about your hair. If you're first starting off your hair journey, the ironic thing is you have to actually not even start there with the hair. You have to start with the foundation, which is your overall health and well-being. Forget the hair first. Forget the hair. If you find yourself going, why won't my hair grow? How do I get healthier hair? Well, how are you doing overall? How is your health overall? How's your physical health? How's your mental health? Sorry about that. I hope that call didn't affect the sound. So how is your emotional health? How is your mental health? How is your physical health? Because those things may be demanding your attention. They may be more important, and you have to be honest with yourself. Really, how important is it to have long hair if really you have like a vitamin deficiency and you're actually sick and you're slowly suffering? Maybe you don't even realize it because you don't have symptoms. So that's the first thing to look into. Is it really important for you to have long locks right now? Or is it more important for you to address those hidden health concerns? Like, is there something that needs to be investigated before you can be worried about the looks of your hair? Because that's not a priority. So make sure you get healthy first. So the hair is seen as an antenna. I've heard that it is an extension of the nervous system. When you have lots of hair on your body, it's seen as a sign of health and sensitivity to the senses. Sensory perception is heightened when you have lots of hair. And it makes sense, right? More hair, it's like these tiny little antennas, not just on your head, but all over your body, that respond to stimuli and that respond to the environment. And so on some level, however subconscious even, we're feeling that. We're being affected. And some people are so sensitive, so spiritually in tune, or so empathic that they feel all those little movements of their tiny hairs on their body, or maybe long hairs in my case. You feel the movement, even the subtle movements, even the energy. Having that extra hair is like having an extra layer to sense and perceive and feel your world more deeply. And if you don't naturally have a lot of hair, that's for a reason, and embrace who you are, because where you're at is perfect. And remember, health first. So if you're really giving it your best, God gonna do the rest. If you're really giving it your best and you're really taking care of yourself and your hair still won't grow, that's okay. You're beautiful and you're perfect. Just do your best. That's the thing that really matters. The hair is just a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And because, whether it's long or short, doesn't mean it's beautiful or not. One or the other. Doesn't matter. So first, make sure you're taking care of you. And then your antenna will perfectly reflect exactly what your needs are. So for example, if you have short arm hair, right? And I'm over here going, wow, I love having lots of hair. I love having hairy arms because it makes me more sensitive. You know, if you don't have a lot of hair in your body, that doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to feel your environment deeply and to be in tune in your own ways. Perhaps, not even perhaps, for sure, there are other parts of you that are compensating for that, because we are all exactly where we're meant to be, and our physicality reflects that. It reflects what is spiritually so always infinitely true, is that you are perfect where you're at. And if you're really doing your best, your body will reflect that. If you're not doing your best, your body will reflect that. So just do your best. Stay on the path. Stay on your path. Do your best to have a life of wholeness, of wellness, of healing and beauty and joy and gratitude. And then whatever comes as a result of that, as a byproduct of that, is perfect. So if you're doing your best and your hair won't grow one bit, even though you're doing all the things and you're healthy and you're vibrant and glowing, then you probably shouldn't be so concerned about the hair. Then you should probably just look at yourself and go, I'm doing my best. I'm doing damn good. And I'm beautiful right where I'm at, right? And so also going back to if you don't have a lot of hair, if you have short arm hair, you don't have a lot of hair in your body, there are perhaps other ways in which life is calling you to develop your psychic abilities. So perhaps look there. You know, maybe don't look so much into the hair. Maybe let it go a little bit. And that's the funny thing. That's the irony, is that if you try so hard, it's never going to happen. So make sure you're putting your effort into what's going to really pay off, which is overall health and wellness. Your hair being only a byproduct of that. Actually, yes, another thing about different cultures, hair in some other countries is seen as a sign of health and wealth and prosperity. So, for example, like in South America, the unibrow is seen as a sign of good health. If you have, you know, a hairy unibrow, a hairy one eyebrow. So in other countries, it's seen as beautiful. It's seen as a sign of health. And I think that's great. And personally, growing up, having hair on my body was really difficult for me. I was embarrassed and I felt shameful that I had hair, especially on my arms, because your arms are always visible, and I was always made fun of, and boys would make fun of me. And now look at me. What? I'm confident now, and I understand now, and I have my own definition of what hair is, and it's beautiful, and it's spiritual to me, and so sacred. Obviously, I have a lot of it. But back then, it was hard for me because of the cultural norm, you know, that women should have no hair on their body, and women should be completely shaved or waxed or whatever. So that was hard for me. So I would like to see more people focusing on hair awareness, you know, being aware of hair as a sacred and holy thing, just as all things are. What is the purpose of hair? You know, let's really look at that. What is the purpose physically, realistically speaking? Why do we have hair on our bodies? But also, spiritually speaking, what is its purpose? And I think that if we raise the awareness around hair and what its purpose is in a beautiful way, then maybe young girls with hair on their arms wouldn't be as embarrassed as I was. And I know this still goes on today, 100%, because I see it with people that I know. So in general, I am passionate about hair awareness and understanding a new way to look at hair, not just your hair, but hair in general, and understanding a new way of taking care of it and connecting with it. Be present with it. So many of us treat hair as just some accessory on our heads, like, how can I make it look cute? How can I make it look better? Look. You like my new look? You like my new do? You know, what color can I put in it? What's the latest style? What can I do to it? And if you think about your hair as it, you know, separately from the rest of you, it has its own life, its own consciousness, its own being. And it's like messed up, right? It's like your hair is like, hey dude, like I'm over here like wanting to be cared for and loved and pet and brushed and cleaned. But instead, you're just throwing more chemicals on top of it. You keep cutting it up. You know, it's time to look at hair as something sacred. And I'm not saying not to dye it. And there are beautiful ways to dye it and natural ways to do it as well. And have fun with it. Self-expression is absolutely important. And ultimately, where you're at on your hair journey is perfect. I'm not here to challenge that, but I am here to suggest or offer a new way of looking at your hair and new ways of connecting with it. So by all means, style it, cut it, color it, whatever you want to do. I do recommend natural products, of course, for all the reasons. It's your head, it's your crown. In your head, your crown is a reflection of the holy head and the holy crown of the one, of which we are all a part. So I just want to take it to that level of awareness right now. Hair is sacred, like all things. So what is its divine purpose? You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. That's what man is. That's what human, woman, man is. And so how can you look at your being, your bodies, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, your being, how can you see yourself as a vessel for healing for the one? Because everything that's done to you is done to the one. The effect ripples out. So what then is your head in proportion to the one Godhead? And what then is your hair in proportion to what would be considered the hair of God, the hair of Creator itself? What is that? Because we are a microcosm of that macrocosm that is the Creator, that is the all. So it's time to look at your hair as an opportunity to create ritual, to connect with the hair of the divine. Or one way to look at it is like the divine is a blanket that covers all things, enfolds all things, and the fringes at the end are kind of like the hair of God, right? It's like, so your hair is like the extension of what is inside of you. So what you do to your hair and how you choose to be present or not be present with it affects the Godhead and the God hair. Does that make sense? I know this is a little far out for some, but if you're still tuned in, I think you understand what I'm getting at here. So you don't have to treat your hair just as some dead stuff on your head that you want to keep manipulating and cutting and dyeing, or sure, still do all that with natural products, but also I invite you to connect with it as sort of its own entity. Talk to it. You don't have to. I don't really talk to my hair, but if you want to, no doubt. But what I mean by treat it as a separate entity is try to consider it as its own thing, like honor it, sanctify it. When you brush it, slow the F down. Don't rip through your hair. When you comb it, don't rip through it. When are you combing it? When are you brushing it? Ultimately, the more intentional we are about our practices with our hair, the more we're going to get out of our hair. The more it's going to serve us. The more we serve it, the more it serves us. And this is life. The more we serve the one serves us. The more and this is Earth Day, the more we work with nature, the more nature works to serve us. Because we're one with it. This is the divine design of the universe. Okay, so I'm saying the more intentional you are with life, the more you're going to get out of life. So how can you make your hair journey, your hair care, a ritual? How can you make it a ceremonial practice so that you create rituals to consistently take care of your hair, right? For example, religions have certain traditions or rituals. Just like in Judaism, we have Shabbat. It's every Friday. Okay, and some people say that's too structured, that's too masculine, it's too old paradigm. I disagree. I think that in the new age, we tend to deny the power and magic that comes with ritual and tradition. We need structure, because if spirit doesn't have a safe space to enter or a pattern to come into existence with, then it's all over the place. One without the other is nothing. We need spirit and structure. So this is the whole metaphysical magic behind tradition and ritual. So for example, if you choose to brush your hair at a specific time every day, you are creating an energetic loop, an energetic pattern that's going to pay off, because consistency pays off. That's a big thing with this generation. We're so impatient. We want everything instantly. But tradition and ritual and consistency pays off. Because when you do your best and you give your best effort, the universe, God, Creator, Source, Allah, Hashem, recognizes that. It's a science even. It's a science. There's mathematics behind ritual and tradition. So pick a time every day, or pick a couple times a day that you're going to intentionally brush or comb your hair. And where are you doing it? Can you be intentional about that as well? About the setting as far as where it's going to be as well? When and where are you going to brush your hair? When and where are you going to brush your hair? Okay, so you could have a cute little, like I'm sitting right now on a little cushion, a little beautiful embroidered cushion, a yoga cushion. And the thing is, when you surround yourself with beauty, or you intentionally choose like the chair you're going to sit on and the air you're going to sit in, all the more intentional, the better. Because for example, if I just chose any old chair, maybe I chose a chair that I don't really even like. And so within my subconscious is this thought that I freaking hate this chair. And now that's going to affect my experience. So how can I maximize my experience by being extra intentional, choosing the chair that I want to put my pretty little bum in every day? Because I'm going to be doing it every day, so I better like that damn seat. You know what I'm saying? Better off a throne. Do whatever you have to do to feel your best and to eliminate any potential subconscious sabotage, self-sabotage that you may unknowingly call in. Do your best to eliminate that. God will do the rest. Do your best, God will do the rest, okay? So be intentional. Choose when and where you will brush or comb your hair, okay? Make sure, this is a big one, make sure that before you brush or comb, you use a detangler. You don't have to, okay? I know some of you are going to hear this and be like, I don't use products, I don't use anything. I only wash with apple cider vinegar once every 6 months. Whatever, do you. But what I'm sharing with you right now is a way to enhance your hair journey, to be more present with your hair, to be more caring. And in fact, all those people who tell me that, you know, they don't use products and they're super natural with their hair and all this, if you know, those are the same people who have come to me and have said, oh, but my hair is falling out. Oh, but I lose so much hair every time I brush it. Oh, but my split ends are crazy. Oh, but my hair is so dry. So yes, honor natural practices, and sometimes less is more. However, what I'm sharing with you now is the intentional aspect behind the hair journey. So products can be a good thing if they're healthy and they're sustainable for you and for the planet and for us, for each other. So this message is for you, those of you who want to take your hair journey to the next level and be more intentional. So going back to the detangling process, before you brush, before you comb, detangle. I'll show you 2 of my favorite detanglers and all the products I'm going to show you. If you have an interest in any of them, please feel free to comment. I may not see your comment. Please feel free to private message me or email me at bexmagic, BEXMAGICK, @gmail.com, and I will get to you. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite detanglers. They're both by Monat, and I'm actually going to show you only Monat products today because they are my favorite, and I'm stopping with this line of, like, this is my tried and true now, and I'm sticking with these products. Every single thing I've tried by them has been absolutely fantastic and life-changing because my hair is very important to me. I've got a lot of it, and I need to take care of it. So these are my 2 favorite detanglers. I've been using both. The difference is one is for kids and one's not, but I really like kids' products and I love the smell of it. They both smell great. They both work amazingly. I'm showing you both because if you have kids and you like using, you know, children's products, you may just want to get this one and share it with your kiddos. You may want to get both if you're a big family. You know, you may like kids' products like me. So these are what I put in my hair before I brush every single time. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. I was losing so much hair. First of all, you gotta make sure you have the right hairbrush for your type of hair. If you don't know, do a little research. Google, ask somebody, reach out, I'll help you. Have the right brush. Brush and comb is usually necessary. Do you keep one in the shower for when you condition? Hint, hint, that's another great idea. But again, after you come out of the shower, if you're gonna comb your hair or if you're brushing your hair in the middle of the day, a little bit of detangler goes a super long way. You won't lose nearly as much hair as you would if you weren't using these products. When I wasn't using these, and I'm telling you for years I wasn't, I was losing like a wig's worth of hair a day. It was incredible what would come out of my, I don't even know how I still had hair on my head. So this is a game changer, okay? Not just shampoo and conditioner, this is a must. Shampoo, conditioner, and detangler, must. Okay, so that's one really important thing. Another thing you might want to consider is a head wrap. At night, you might want to get a silk is the best. If you can get a silk wrap, awesome. There are imitation silk wraps out there. Try to steer clear of those. Try your best to get a natural head wrap if you're going to get one, maybe natural cotton or silk, because this is your crown. It is sacred. And when you sleep, magical, powerful things are happening. So why would you want to put some plasticky, garbagey thing on your head? No. So get a hair wrap, okay? You know when you wash your hair and it's so beautiful and you're like, yes, I just washed it and I'm not gonna wash it for a few more days because it's a lot of work, right? So you're feeling good about your hair. You go to sleep, you wake up in the morning, and because you sweat in your sleep, or because you drooled on your pillow in your sleep, or because you were rolling around in your sleep, now your hair is already a mess and you just washed it last night. That's where the cap, the hair cap or the hair wrap comes in handy. It protects your hair after you wash it. It also protects from ripping or damaging when you sleep and you're rolling around. Personally, I can't do braids when I sleep anymore because the braid undoes itself. I have very silky hair and it just comes right out, or the hair gets damaged when I remove the braid because it rips. So a hair wrap has been the best. Shout out to Brianna for gifting me one. I love you so much. Game changer. Okay, let's see. Another thing is deep treatments regularly, okay? You want to do special rituals for your hair consistently, but not as consistently as you do all your regular products, okay? You have your regular routine, and then you have your special thing that you do maybe once or twice a month. A deep moisturizing treatment, for example, that you're gonna leave in. And what this does is, physically, it deeply nourishes your hair and kind of sets that practice apart from the usual mundane practice. So it gives your hair an extra treat every month. Everybody loves bonuses. So does your hair. So it gives it like this special time of the month to look forward to. And also, it gives you a special time of the month to go deeper with connecting with your hair, okay? When you're leaving the product in, you're doing a hair mask, you're aware that that's in your hair. So you could meditate during this time. You can set intentions during this time. Maybe it's the new moon when you do your special treatment every month. Even better, align your patterns, your rituals with your hair, with the moon, with the planets, with the stars. Perfect. This is something we've done since the beginning of time, okay? The sages of the olden days, this is what they did. They'd watch the stars and the patterns of nature, and they would ride those waves and capitalize on what was already a natural flow within nature. So you can do this, okay? Another thing, speaking of the moon, is on new moons, it's said that you should set intentions, right? So set intentions for your hair on the new moon. Do you want it to grow? Do you want it to be thicker? Try it out on the new moon. Then when the moon is full, we're ready to let go of something, to make space, to shed. Great time to trim if you're into that. Or if you want to just take off a tiny bit, it's a good time to make a little hair sacrifice. Even if you just want to imagine it in your mind's eye and not actually cut. But what I'm encouraging you to do is look to nature and follow those patterns and rhythms. Going back to diet, make sure you're getting the right vitamins for your hair, okay? So again, if there's a deficiency in your body, the vitamins are going to go there first. Then when you feel like you have that healthy foundation and you're ready to choose vitamins specifically for your hair, there are ones you want to make sure you're getting, like healthy fats, B12, zinc, magnesium. Collagen is a great one. Collagen is also, you can actually find collagen in the Monat lines as well. This is Collagen Key. All the products are vegan, by the way, and natural ingredients, so there's nothing harmful in any of these products. This is the Collagen Key, so you put this in your smoothies. So there's literally something for everything with this company. It's amazing. So collagen and also biotin. Those are things you can take once you're ready to really focus on your hair, once you've got your health under control and you're ready to treat your hair as a priority. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys, there's a couple more things here. This is my favorite product from this company. It's called Rejuva Beads. And it's made with the Rejuvenique oil, which has 101 uses. Another thing you might want to look up. It's amazing. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. But it has that oil in it. But this one is particularly designed for your split ends. You put it in from the middle of your hair kind of to the end. I have split ends like way up to here. I know you can't really see it, but I do. And I don't mind. I do my best to take care of it. But this was amazing my first try. So I washed my hair. I remember it was my first try. I washed my hair, put this on, and I woke up in the morning. I'm like, wow, my hair is great. Like, this feels amazing. I feel like my hair looks better than ever. All of a sudden, people were telling me, what did you do to your hair? Because it looks healthier than ever. I mean, my waves literally were coming back into my hair. My waves were disappearing because I have so much weight in my hair, but my waviness started coming back. You can see it a little bit, but it's been a few days since I've washed it now, so they're falling out. But now my hair is getting thicker, wavier, the ends are repairing, and I'm telling you, this game changer, Rejuva beads. All my friends are getting this. This is like the number one thing for those split ends that you know we all have, and I hear so many people complaining about all the time. Rejuva beads is it. There's actually a video that you can watch, and let me know if you want to see it. I'll share it with you. I did share it yesterday on my Instagram. There's a video you can watch where you see a split end literally being repaired by this. This stuff gets put on the split end and it closes back up. It literally instantly repairs split ends. It works like a magnet. And again, vegan and natural ingredients. No toxic or harmful ingredients in these products. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I did share a lot of personal information about hair, and I was happy to share with you some things that I learned on my hair journey that I found really interesting and things that helped me. And the products are also amazing too. Again, if you want to start off your hair journey and you want me to help design you a particular packet designed for you, for your hair and your hair journey, let me know and we'll get you started right away. And ask me any questions you might have. Also, this line is so amazing for skincare. If there's anything you also want to know about eye cream, face scrub, face moisturizer, let me know. If you have any issues with the skin or your hair, I'm here to answer any questions. Again, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any more questions about hair, not just in regard to the products, please don't hesitate to reach out. And remember that you're perfect as you are. Health comes first. Hair is not the priority. Hair is an extension of that foundation of health for you. And whatever it ends up looking like is perfect and beautiful, and love yourself where you're at. And if you know a little girl who has hairy arms and there's some boy out there making fun of her, beat him up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Tell him about hair and inform him about why hair is sacred and beautiful and natural and why he shouldn't make fun of his sisters. You know, but let's bring awareness back to healthy hair and what that really means and what that really looks like, and stop the shaming, saying that you have too little hair or you have too much hair. Like, no, you're perfect as you are, and that's it. For real. Okay? Thank you guys for the love. I'm so happy to be here with you all. Thanks for sharing this space with me. And if you didn't see the first quarter activation, it's on my wall. We do these videos every single week, so come join us. Get in the portal. We gather every week and we extract a message from the tarot and we all unite in that message. You can also find it on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/RebeccaMagic with a CK. And you guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram yet, I'm on there also, Rebecca Magic on Instagram. So check me out. I'll see you there. Have an amazing day. Take care of your hair. Hey.